Welcome back. We've been rain-free over the past 3 hours. There are some lighter showers beginning to come in from the southwest, currently moving to the south of St. Matthew. So that's going to be moving into our area very gradually over the next couple of hours. But the good news is it's all going to be on the lighter side. And this is really the first time we're going to see rain for the month of October. So first, for your current conditions, looking at your temperatures, we are in the upper 50s for Chirraut and Hartsville, mid-50s already for Florence, Scranton, and Kingstree, but just getting below 70 degrees in Myrtle Beach, still hanging on to the lower 60s in Laurinburg. Comparing these temperatures to 24 hours ago, we do have an interesting spread. It's almost like we have a full circle here, the outer edge being warmer temperatures, and we fill the middle in here with below average temperatures and cooling temperatures. So we're 5 degrees cooler for Florence and Marion, 9 degrees chillier in Conway, but along the immediate coast, 2 to 3 degrees warmer, and for our inlandmost cities and along the border, about 2 to 5 degrees warmer. So noticeable change there, but notice your relative humidity is getting higher. We do have upper 90s for your percentiles here. So rain is coming. You can see that just given how humid it is. Not seeing it at the coast just yet, but you will be getting some showers tomorrow as well. So passing showers for tonight. The rain's going to be lingering for Monday as well. Primarily during the morning and afternoon time. We will get a break a little bit in the evening time, but mostly cloudy conditions will be prevailing for Monday. So here's that futurecast very early, within the next couple of hours, 2 o'clock in the morning. Mainly west of I-95 is where the shower activity is going to be, transitioning to late morning. Get some lighter showers here for the coast, but it looks like Florence and the lower parts of Marion and Dillon, not a whole lot of rain expected there on this futurecast. We do get a break Monday evening as we're transitioning into the overnight hours. Couple of lingering showers here primarily for the coast, and partly sunny conditions expected for tomorrow. Finally get a little bit more of a break Tuesday night as we're transitioning into Wednesday, but not going to be a perfectly sunny day with the next couple of days, that is. So here's your rainfall statistics. This is going to be consistent as we look at North Myrtle Beach, Florence, and Lumberton. No rain at these sites from the National Weather Service. Zero inches, not a drop of rain here. So of course we're going to be below average for the month by about 1.5 inches from North Myrtle Beach, but still positive when we take a look at all of the rain we have received for the year so far. Florence, not the same case here, under by about 1.25 inches, but for the year, nearly 4 inches behind. Lumberton even worse. And of course, this is because Lumberton had a prolonged drought period. That's where conditions were the worst for a much longer period of time, especially for the PD. So getting closer to 5 inches behind for year-to-date totals. Your low temperatures for tonight going to be a little bit closer to average here, mid-50s for the PD, 58 for Chirraut and Hartsville. They were in the 40s last night, so that should be a noticeable warm up there, just below 60 degrees for the Grand Strand. And high temperatures for tomorrow on the cooler side, below average once again, below 70 for Chirraut, lower 70s for the PD, right at 70 in Laurinburg, and seeing those low 70s for the Grand Strand as well. With all the cloud cover, your UV index is going to be on the lower side. It's only a 2 for tomorrow. And Tropical Storm Julia did make landfall as a hurricane in Central America, but it is forecasted to maintain that tropical storm strength as it continues into the Pacific before it gradually becomes a remnant low. And here is your 7-day forecast. So just a small potential for rain tomorrow, primarily during the morning and afternoon time. So most of it will be falling, that is, when we're sleeping. So won't be really impacted by that. Very gradual warming trends, 74 on Tuesday. Looking inland now. On Tuesday, 74 degrees, 76 on Wednesday. Warmest day is going to be on Thursday, 78. That's also going to be the day that you have your highest chance for rain because it's going to be right before a cold front moves through, and it's going to bring below average temperatures back for the weekend.
Ooh, okay. But for tomorrow,
yes,
umbrella handy.
Yeah, definitely, especially just like walking out the door in the morning or heading to the bus stop, but you're not going to need it by the time you come home from work. Just notice that the clouds are going to be, it's going to be a little bit gloomy tomorrow. Okay, just be prepared.
Right. Well, we've had enough sun, right, haven't we?
That's true. We have to have a break, I guess.
Thanks, Hannah. Coming up next in sports, NASCAR playoffs field of 8 was finalized this afternoon. Coming up, you'll get to prevent fires this week. And 6 years ago yesterday, Hurricane Matthew hit South Carolina. The National Weather Service says Matthew was the most powerful storm of the 2016 hurricane season. 4 people from South Carolina died in the storm. 25 died in North Carolina. The NWS says between 12 and 18 inches of rain fell, leading to then record flooding for the Lumber and Waccamaw rivers. So we join Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Hannah Ronner in the Weather Center because there's currently a tropical storm in the Atlantic right now that is a little unique that you've been talking about.
Yeah, so we're talking about Tropical Storm Julia. It was Hurricane Julia yesterday before making landfall in Central America. But one of the reasons that Julia is so unique, it's because it's a crossover storm. And what this means is that it's originating in one basin, either the Atlantic or the Pacific, and it moves, crosses land and enters the other one. So Julia, of course, started in the Atlantic, but it will be entering the Pacific as a tropical storm. One of the criteria is that the center of circulation cannot be disrupted, has to have an identifiable circulation there. And this is rare. And it happened with Julia, and it also already happened one other time this season. It happened with Tropical Storm Bonnie, about 100 miles to the south of where Julia just made landfall. Same thing, started in the Atlantic and it moved to the Pacific. So here's just a little bit more information about these crossover systems. So usually Atlantic into the northeast part of the Pacific. According to NOAA, they have records back since 1923. This is well before satellite imagery, so do note that there's probably some storms that were missed here. But Julia and Bonnie mark the 17th and the 18th system to do this crossover between basins. And about 67% of all crossovers begin in the Atlantic and then move to the Pacific.
Thanks, Hannah. We'll have a little more on Julia's impact in the Caribbean.
First, sponsored by Conway Medical Center.
Conditions are calm as we take a look out over the southeast part of the United States. We do have some upper level clouds for central South Carolina and for parts of Georgia. There will be some moisture associated with this cloud cover as we head into the overnight hours, but currently radar is dry for our 8 counties. We are beginning to see some light showers pop up just to the south of Columbia. So in the next couple of hours, we're going to see those rain chances increase. Walking out the door tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, the beaches will be at 73 degrees, mostly cloudy conditions, inland cooler at 59.
Coverage you can count on at 11 starts now.